Welcome to the GPLama YouTube channel, where today we see two new announcements from Shimano in regard to Di2. Firstly, the long-awaited GRX 12-speed Di2 group set has arrived, but it's missing one thing, that one-by thing. And secondly, they've updated all 12-speed Di2 group sets' front-shifting functionality, which now allows for some interesting customization. Okay, let's get straight into the details of 12-speed GRX Di2 that only comes in 2x. What? Now, I thought this was the group set that I'd been waiting for. I have a gravel bike with mechanical GRX 11 speed, which I really want to update to Di2. Now, a little while back, I set myself a personal goal to get on the in with Shimano, just like all the other media who'll be reviewing this today, to get early access to this group set to produce some hands-on content right now. Now, unfortunately, since setting that goal, I've done a number of in-depth reviews on their power meter, and here we are. I have the digital press release, and that's it. Oh, and just as a side note, they will fix that power meter one day, at which point I'll still be shitlisted. Mark my word on that. Okay, that aside, key features, what's new? 12-speed Di2 semi-wireless. So the front shifters are wireless, the rear derailleur, front derailleur, and battery are all wired together. The rear derailleur becomes master, which also has the inbuilt wireless module for ANT+ and Bluetooth. Two chainring options that they list here, or chainring combination options given it's 2x, 4831 and 4630 are the options there. When it comes to the cassette, a number of road cassettes are compatible, so 1134 up to 1136. Now I assume that's Hyperglide Plus, not Microspline like we see on the 1x12 speed GRX mechanical, because they go all the way down to a 10 cog. Onto the levers, there are 3 buttons with 2 buttons on the paddles and 1 bonus button in a familiar location. And the big news is there is no 1x option for this group set just yet, which to me is a huge miss. Their mechanical 12-speed GRX has a 1x option with a nice wide 10-51 cassette on the back. They call that the unstoppable configuration. But for whatever reason, something has stopped them releasing this in GRX Di2. Interesting stuff. One thing I will say about the GRX group sets though, especially the levers, is that the ergonomics, including the coating they put on the levers, is second to none. Super grippy, super comfy, and has a nice easy pull, similar to the other group set we saw released the other day. So keen to get my hands on these when it's 1x. Next up, we have what they call Front Shift Next, an update to both road and gravel, now Di2 12-speed group sets, that allows one button assignment for the front derailleur gear change. So if you're in the small ring and press the button, it will go to the big ring. If you're in the big ring and press that same button, it will go to the small ring. An excellent update from Shimano, which allows more accessibility options and more customization about how you want to set up your bike. It could potentially free up other buttons as well for D-Fly button assignments for bike computer control. Now today I set out to update all my Di2 Ultegra 12-speed on the road bike to configure this. Unfortunately, it hasn't been updated just yet, or the app needs a refresh or something, which hasn't happened just yet. But what I was hoping to do is have up or down on the lever, changing the rear, and up or down on the top hidden button. That would be a super cool configuration, leaving one hand free for what we need here riding in Australia most of the time out on the road. Now, if this does sound familiar, yes, it's exactly how SRAM do their front derailleur change as it is. They don't have a front derailleur up or down assignment for buttons, they just have a change button, with the default configuration there assigning the double press to do that gear change on the front derailleur. And with the new SRAM Red and those hidden little buttons at the top, the front change can be assigned to those little buttons as well, but just one of them for now. I'm hoping to see a change to that logic, in addition to front derailleur up and front derailleur down on the SRAM system. They don't have that just yet. Shimano have one up on them there. Now, some interesting observations of what we've seen released in the last 2 weeks, including what's been announced today. There's been some convergence here with functionality with SRAM and Shimano. Not interoperability, but how they both work in very similar ways. Both have inner bonus buttons now on their levers, although Shimano Di2 have had them on the top for quite some time. The new SRAM Red front derailleur has auto trim, which again Shimano have had for a while. And now both group sets have single button front shifting assignment, optionally on Shimano of course. Interesting stuff. Anyhow, that's all the news I can deliver today with having just the press release and no hands-on. But as they say, when life gives you lemons, you've got a Shimano power meter. And comments like that are probably why I'm shitlisted. Anyhow, if you've enjoyed this one and are now up to date with the news, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe to be across more smart-ass comments on this channel. And yeah, bugger it. Happy Friday. It's Friday here already. We're in the future. See you later.